Nisan 1 is the true biblical New Year, so that would make it also the true Christmas. I will just say this: Messiah did all his greatest works on Hebrew holy days. And so Leviticus 23, verse 4 now, it says, "These are the appointed times of the Lord, holy convocations which you shall proclaim at the times appointed for them in the first month." It talks about Passover. Passover is in the first month. So that means the beginning of the year has to be the springtime. In Exodus 12, God says to Moses and Aaron, he said, "This month shall be the beginning of months for you. It is to be the first month of the year for you." There it is. What month? It's the month of Nisan. Nisan literally means the beginning. So God makes it pretty clear. God is saying that there's only one month that is the new year, and that is Nisan in the springtime. And so Nisan here, actually, it says, "You shall keep this month." In Deuteronomy 16, Exodus 13, it says, "You shall keep," it says, the children of Israel came out during this month, also called Aviv. It says, "You shall keep it, observe it." The Hebrew word, "You shall guard it, you shall protect it, you shall watch for it." Well, that is what Ezekiel is talking about when he says, this is Rosh Hashanah, the head of the year. Not the Rosh Hashanah we know, but springtime. Now, the thing is this. Now, there are a number of ideas why there's a confusion, why Jewish people think that September is the new year, and yet it's really, God says it's really in the spring. It's March, April. So some people think that was already the new year in the Middle East, or one of the new years, and so that became, then God made a new year when he said in Exodus. So the calendar changes by God. God actually, in Exodus 12, undoubtedly God is making a whole new calendar, because if that month was already the new year, he wouldn't say this month is now going to be the beginning of months. So God comes in and he changes their calendar. We're not sure where the old calendar began or not, but God is making a new calendar. He's saying, and the thing is, for 2,000 years, the Jewish people have missed, actually maybe 3,000 years, they have missed the true new year. And you know how many people celebrate the true new year? Almost nobody. God gave a new year. The Jewish people don't celebrate it. They celebrate what is not the new year. They celebrate in the 7th month the Feast of Trumpets as if it was. So it's been mixed. And most Christians certainly don't even know about this. But even most Jewish people don't know when their own new year is. I mean, that would be enough. But the fact is, when God gives a day, it's going to be important. And when God gives a day, this day is so important that it begins every other day. This is the first day of the new year, begins everything. You don't have anything else until you get this. And yet, they don't observe it, and God gave it. You know, there's a lot of other holidays that are observed that were never given by God, but this was given by God. You know, now, before we get into the meaning of this, and there's going to be a mystery here, we're kind of putting the puzzle pieces together. I want to just show you something strange about our own Western calendar. September, okay? What month is it of the year? Okay, October? November? December? You are so smart. I don't know what to do here. September is the 9th month. What does sept mean? 7. What is October? What does oct mean? But it's the 10th month. What does November mean? Nov? Not, but it's the 11th month. But what does December mean? 10th, but it's the 12th. See, we're confused too. Did you ever think about that before? It's all messed up. Some people saying, wow, I never realized it's all messed up. I've been doing this all my life. Why? Well, it means is originally the new year was in January in the Western calendar. In the Roman calendar, it was March, similar to Israel. In fact, under the Julian calendar, up until like the 16th century, it was March even in the Christian world. Around the similar, or the end of March, similar to the Hebrews. That's why the months are named all wrong, because they're going by a spring thing, not January. Now a question here. Well, so what is the new year? What is the Hebrew New Year? The biblical Bible New Year. It is Nisan 1. Nisan 1. The first day of Nisan, that is Happy New Year. Okay? Not January 1st, Nisan 1. Now, just the first of Nisan, but again, this is a mystery thing because the Jewish people don't celebrate their own New Year. Does it have any other significance in the Bible? And I looked, and I want to show you some things here. And now here's one. Remember Ezra returning to the land, right? Ezra returned. They've all been exiled in Babylon. God says he's not finished. I know the plans I have for you. I'm going to bring you back to the land. Comes back. And when does that happen? Well, Ezra 7 says it happened on the first day of the first month. It happened on New Year's that Ezra's return began, and he's going to restore them, and it begins on Nisan 1. This restoration of Israel begins. Now, at the same time, Daniel says in Daniel 9, he gives a countdown. And the countdown he gives is to the time of Messiah. It says in Daniel 9, there shall be 77s, you've heard it, and he gives an exact mathematical countdown, but he counts, it starts when he says, it will start with the giving of the decree to rebuild Jerusalem, right? Remember he says that? Well, this is the countdown going to Messiah himself. And when you go through it, what it turns out, that the king who gave that decree, and that to rebuild Jerusalem, and that begins the countdown, according to the calculations, happened on Nisan 1. The countdown of Daniel is reckoned as beginning on Nisan 1 to Messiah. And ultimately to the book of Revelation, all begins on the first day of the Hebrew year. Now, I can't go into something else. I can't go into it. I mean, the reasons for it, it's overwhelming numbers, is another teaching of biblical markers and keys and clues. But just to say right now that I believe that we're not dogmatic about it, but I believe very strongly that Messiah was born, not on December 25th, but Nisan 1. Amen. Nisan 1 is the true biblical New Year, so that would make it also the true Christmas. I will just say this. Messiah did all his greatest works on Hebrew holy days. He died on a Hebrew, he came into Jerusalem on a Hebrew holy day, Nisan 10, Palm Sunday, Day of the Lamb. He died on a Hebrew holy day, Passover. He rose to life on a Hebrew holy day, first fruits. He does everything on a Hebrew holy day. And he does everything in the springtime because it's his first coming. The autumn speaks of the second coming. So and he does everything in Nisan. I mean, of course, after he ascends to heaven, he sends the Spirit on another Hebrew holy day, Shavuot, Pentecost. Hi, I'm Jonathan Cahn, and I hope you were blessed with the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Feel free to share your reactions with your comments and how you were blessed, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.